wherever you may be. We're glad to be in your company. Hello, hello, whether far or near, we're happy you are here. 'Cause music is the place where everyone belongs. We hope you like our sunshine songs. Hello, everybody. If you'll notice behind me, there's a happy birthday sign. And that is because my grandmother, Elsie Jones Wanneberger Schneider, will be turning 96 years old in just 3 days. And because of COVID-19, we as a family are not able to be with her for the first time. And I just wanted to tell you all a little bit about my Mamu. That's what I call her. I called her Mamu as a little baby because I couldn't say grandma. And then we actually later found out that Mamu is Welsh for grandma. And we are Welsh. So clearly I'm just like a little psychic genius and I had no idea. But so she's my Mamu. She was born in 1924 in Whitefish, Montana. When she was 18 years old, she took a train all the way from Whitefish, Montana to Washington, D.C. And she knocked on doors and she said, hey, I can type real fast. This is during World War II. Her first job was at the Army War College, where she met my grandfather. Then she worked at the State Department. Then she worked on Capitol Hill as the right-hand woman for Congressman Fraser in Minnesota. She worked for him, with him, for nearly 20 years. She was also one of the first women to wear pants to like a big government ball. All of the women were wearing dresses because it was the 50s. And the next year, when they got the invitation to the fancy dinner, it said, women are allowed to wear pants. And she was like, oops. So she's always been a groundbreaker. She also raised 3 beautiful children, one of whom happened to be my mother. And she was the church soloist at First Trinity Lutheran Church in Washington, D.C. So it's her birthday coming up on the 21st. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about how wonderful she is. That's my daughter, Ella. She likes to walk my Mamu on her walker. She helps her. And I'm just so proud to be her granddaughter. And Mamu, I know that you're watching, and just know that we love you so much. And we miss you so much. And we can't wait to be with you. And I know we will soon. So, sorry about that, everybody. I just love my grandma a lot. What are you going to do, sue me? Please don't sue me. I got nothing right now. So I am going to talk to you. I got to open up my phone because that's the way I'm rolling. I want to talk to you about the Foundation for Hospital Art. That was a very smooth segue, wasn't it? Just from hysterically crying about my grandma who I missed into like the Foundation for Hospital Art. Listen, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. So their mission, you're going to see some of their artwork today during the show. We're also working with them to put together a piece of art for one of the hospitals in North Carolina, which we're very excited about. But I want to give you a little bit about their mission. Their mission is to love and comfort patients in hospitals by donating artwork at no cost to healthcare facilities around the world. So since 1984, they have involved over 1 million people to donate over 49,000 paintings to over 7,500 hospitals across 195 countries, not just the United States, countries. Their vision is to change how hospitals look and feel by brightening the walls and lifting the spirits of patients worldwide. Their quest is to donate at least 1 painting to every hospital on the planet. They're pretty great. And now, without further ado, we are bringing to you Act 1 of this tremendous show. And I'm going to pull myself together. No more crying.
Me and all my friends, we're all misunderstood. They say we stand for nothing and there's no way we ever could. And we see everything that's going wrong. The world knows who need it. They just say that we don't have the means to rise above and beat it. So we keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. It's hard to beat the system when you stand in that distance. So we keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. Waiting on the world, waiting on the world to change. Waiting on the world to change. Come on. We're waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting. Waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. One day our generation is gonna rule the population. So we keep on waiting, we're waiting on the world to change. 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 Some days we forget to look around us. Some days we can't see the joy that surrounds us. So caught up inside ourselves, we take when we should give. So for tonight, we pray for what we still can't see. And on this day, we hope for what we know can be. It's up to us to be the change. And even though we all can still do more, there's so much to be thankful for. I lie in the loneliness of evening, looking out on the silver-flaked sea, and ask the moon, oh, how soon will my love come home to me? I have found her, she's my angel, with the dust of the stars in her eyes. We are dancing and flying, and she's taking me back to the skies. I lie in the loneliness of evening, looking out on a silver-flaked sea, and ask the moon, oh, how soon will my love come home to me? Will my love come home to me?
How can I say to go on without me? How, when I know you still need me hold you. Never again in this world. But oh, sure as you breathe, I am there inside you. Oh, could I ever know? How could I ever?
The usual morning lineup. Starting chores and sweep till the floor's all clean. Polish and wax, do laundry and mop and shine up. Sweep again, and by then it's like 7:15, and so I'll read a book, or maybe 2 or 3. I'll add a few new paintings to my gallery. I'll play guitar and knit and cooking basically. Just wonder when will my life begin. Tomorrow night the lights will appear just like they do on my birthday each year. What is it like out there? Will they glow? Now that I'm older, Mother might just let me go.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, and I'll lay your ship bare. See how I leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. The stars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Never had left me rolling in the deep. Rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside. Yeah. Never had left me. But you played it, you played it to the beat.
Dear, when you smiled at me, I heard a melody. It haunted me from the start. Something inside of me started a symphony. Zing went the strings of my heart. Your eyes made skies seem blue again. What else could I do again but keep repeating through and through? I love you. I still recall the thrill. I guess I always will. I hope we'll never depart. Dear, with your lips to mine, a rhapsody divine. Ding, oh, 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 went the strings of my heart. who's trying to care for love and give we'll make heaven on There's a place for us, somewhere a place for us, peace and quiet and open air, wait for us somewhere. There's a place for us, a time and place for us. Hold my hand and we're halfway there. Hold my hand and I'll take you there. Someday, somehow, somewhere. All I have to do is forget how much I love him. All I have to do is put my longing to one side. Tell myself that love's an ever-changing situation. The passion would have cooled and all the magic would have died. It's easy, it's easy. But then I see the faces of a worn, defeated people, a father and a nation who won't let a coward run. This is how the gods reward the faithful in the ages, forcing us to prove that all the hardest things we've done are easy. It's easy as life. It's easy as life. It's easy as Baba had them 40 thieves. Sherazade had 1,000 tales. Messi, you're in luck because of your sleeves. You got a brand that never fails. You got some power in your corner now. So with your ammunition in your camp. You got to punch pizzazz, yeah, who and how. Selling garbage about that lamp. And I'll say, Mr. Answer, what will your pleasure be? Let me take your order, I'll jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me. Life is a restaurant and I'm a melody. Come on, whisper to me whatever it is you want. You ain't never had a friend like me. Your friends do this, your friends do that, your friends pull this. They have their little hats. Can your friends go poof? Well, looky here. Can your friends go abracadabra? Let bona fide certified. I got a gene for the charge affairs. I got a powerful urge to help you out. So what you wish I really want to know? Dollars, that's 3 miles long, no doubts. Yeah, you gotta do it up like so. Mr. Lenny, yes, how to a short 2 or 3. I'm on the job, you're making a pop. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend like me. You ain't never had a friend like me. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. I was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see.
Well, I had completely finished crying, and then the Gable sisters sang Amazing Grace, and now I'm crying again. So sorry about it. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get right to those sisters. I want to bring them on right now.
Happy birthday to your grandmother.
Thank you, sweet ones. You guys, I had literally just stopped crying, and then I watched your video, and now I'm crying again. But it's
That means a lot from a Broadway star.
Oh, it's the truth. It's the truth. I'm so taken with you. You know, I saw you all on Instagram, and then I was I connected with your mom, and we were communicating about you. And I just want to get right into you guys and when you started singing together and what it's like to be 4 sisters. And so Ashlyn, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to talk about quarantine and how we started creating our quartet and how it was so tough. And then when we started singing, it was just so beautiful, and it just filled our hearts with happiness and hope in the light. And it was amazing to us.
Well, I'm so grateful you did, because it's amazing for everyone. You guys are a quarantet. And Ashlyn, I just gotta say, I love how strong you are. I'm getting to know you all a little bit as individuals, because I would imagine that being sisters, and especially twins, Ashlyn and Grace, that sometimes you're sort of grouped together, like you're all just one bunch. And getting to know you a little bit over the past few days, especially, I love your personalities. So Macy, I want to head to you, and I want to see what you want to communicate to our audience.
Yes. Well, I would like to talk about where we learn our vocal skills. And like we said, we're all students at Max Music, and I'm on their vocal performance team, and we're all on their care team. And what the care team does is we travel all around our community, and we perform for people at senior centers just to make them happy, because it's so hard to feel happy right now, and it's just horrible that they have to feel this way. But we're also part of a
theatrical company called Academy of Theater Arts, and it's so amazing how they appreciate, how Max Music and Academy of Theater Arts appreciate all of our differences, especially Piper. Yeah, and I was supposed to be in Matilda as Amanda Thripp in a different theater company, Lockport Palace, and the twins were supposed to be Elsa and Olaf in Frozen Jr. at ATA, and Piper had a lot of accordion performances booked. It was just so horrible that they're all canceled, but now we're here with you and we get to do this.
Yes, and you're bringing so much joy to so many people. Grace, I want to hear from you.
I would just like to take a moment for our little sister Piper here to say, just because she looks different, just because she's small, it doesn't mean she can't have a huge, funny, big personality. She's just a really good person, and I don't want people to underestimate her just because of her size. I do love her. She's so much fun.
When I FaceTimed with you girls, that was something I was so moved by, Grace. The first thing that you said when I said, what do you want to communicate to the audience is you said you wanted to share how Piper has dwarfism. And that, yeah, and that I was so impressed with you that was the first thing you said, that you wanted to talk about your sister and what a wonderful person she is, and that just because she's small doesn't mean she doesn't have a big, huge heart.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And Piper, I want to hear from you.
I just wanted to say, all the people who are in the hospital watching this, I just wanted to say I hope you get lost in.
Oh, Piper, that's such a beautiful thing to say. Well, your mom and dad have raised 4 incredible young women. And I am just, sometimes right now it feels hard. There are days where I just feel so sad at the state we're in on so many levels. But when I see young women like you, and I know that you're the future, I really know that we're going to be okay.
Thank you so much. This is like the best thing. I can't hold it in.
Now people can follow you on Instagram, right? If they're on social media?
Yes.
And your handle is it the Gable Girls?
It's at TGable56. It's at TGable56.
At TGable56. Okay, great. At TGable56. Wait, I'm sorry, what'd you say, Grace?
Thanks for asking.
Oh my gosh, of course. One of the reasons I started the Sunshine Concerts, my friend Kate and I wanted to start this is because not everybody's on social media. And I really wanted them to see beautiful performances like yours. So right now you're bringing so many. Please keep making music. I can't wait to actually meet you in person one day and just hug you so much.
We're going to come and see you on Broadway.
That's like a must. That's like our priority.
Maybe we'll do a show together. How about that?
Yes.
Well, all my love to you. Thank you for being on the show, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness. Well, if that doesn't make me feel better, I don't know what does. So my next guests are an incredible organization that is very much the heart of what Kate and I and our whole Sunshine Concert team are trying to do. We're going to meet Jackie from Sing for Your Seniors. Hi, Jackie.
Hi. My heart is exploding right now.
I know. They are just so beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
I just wanted to talk to you about your incredible organization, where you began, why you began. Let's just jump right in because I really want people to know where they can find you and what you do. So talk to me a bit about Sing for Your Seniors, please.
Yes. Well, I think the seeds of Sing for Your Seniors were planted very early on in my life. I was very close with my grandparents. I actually had a set of grandparents that lived next door to me. But my great-grandma, Dee Dee, and I were very, very close. And she lived in an assisted living group home. And so whenever I went to visit her, of course, you have to sing for grandma. And I'd also bring friends with me too. And they would, and if you came to Grandma Dee Dee's house, you had to sing. And I noticed that during that time, often some of the other people living in the home would kind of come from their rooms down the hall, and it would create kind of a communal experience. And as I reflect, I think that's where sort of that seed began. But it manifested after I graduated from college. I went to the University of Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music, and I studied musical theater. And when I moved to New York, you're pounding the pavement, you're auditioning. And through that process, I started to feel very disconnected from an art form that I felt very passionate about, because the only time that I was singing and telling stories was to get something in return, to impress somebody, to get a job. So there was that going on, mixed with when I first moved to New York, I was surrounded by a lot of young people because our elders are kind of tucked away. The city's a bustly town and fast moving. And so it was me trying to sort of reconcile those things in my life when I decided to reach out to some senior centers to see if I could come down and just visit and maybe sing some songs. And so it started back in 2005, where I went down to a place in the Village called the Village Adult Day Center and started singing every week. And I started running out of songs because, when you sing a cappella, you kind of go through pretty quickly. So I invited, my roommate at the time was a Broadway pianist in Chicago. And so on his day off, he would come and play. And then I started inviting friends. And I kind of think that Sing for Your Seniors started organically. It built itself in the sense that we had a group of artists there in an environment. And I call them sessions and not performances, because it really is a community experience where there's no fourth wall. We're there to share music and to use that music to connect to people and, engage and interact.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, so what we're seeing here is a group at the Actors Fund home in New Jersey. And this is a very special place for us to visit because, they're the folks who birth musical theater. So we get to bring that music back to the folks who taught it to us. And so when you're an artist and you get to go sing songs, from Carousel or My Fair Lady or Oklahoma to the people who were in the original Broadway cast, it's this full circle moment of connection. That's
absolutely, and it's really honoring them. It's thanking them, to say thank you for this music, thank you for paving the way. I have felt so similarly in the arts, where it's so it's become so sort of monetized, and are you famous and are you this and are you that, instead of the reason why I think so many of us start, which is connection.
Yes,
absolutely. The fact that you are using your gifts to connect with people, I think is so powerful. What's amazing about what you've done now is, in this time, because you were primarily in the New York area, right?
Yes, yeah.
So now anyone from anywhere can participate.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. We now have virtual sessions.
Yeah.
We have two different kinds. We have our group sessions, which look very familiar, like our other sessions were, where there's several artists. And this is really great for senior centers and assisted living places to have that group feel. But we also have our one-on-one sessions where you can schedule just a solo session, a solo visit with an artist who will connect with you in that moment and have conversations, and just being able to use, like I said, again, that music to open up that interaction with each other. And so, anybody can do it, and it's great. And I think that, when we are finally able to go back into those centers, we'll keep those programs going so that we can continue to reach people wherever. Yesterday we had 3 sessions in 3 different time zones happening at one after another. And it was really inspiring to know that was possible now.
That is so beautiful. And we're going to see a clip from one of the sessions. Can you kind of explain what everyone's about to see?
Yes. So this is Gabrielle Elizabeth. She was doing a Broadway session. So we have Broadway sessions where we partner with Broadway shows to bring casts to the senior centers or hospitals to perform music from the show and also music from their own repertoire to share with the seniors who are too sick or unable to, visit Broadway.
Yeah.
And so this is her at the Central Harlem Senior Center singing Proud Mary.
Amazing.
Oh, that was a party. And that was such a special session too, because they actually raised money for Central Harlem to receive that keyboard. Another one of our programs is the Piano Placement Project, where we raise money or receive donated pianos and bring them into senior centers that don't have them so that we can bring our programs to those facilities. And so the Black is Beautiful Project, which was a group of people that were in Beautiful on Broadway, raised the money for that specific keyboard for Central Harlem. So it was a very special session that time.
And so if people want to go to singforyourseniors.org, they can contribute if that's possible so that you can continue to do this amazing work. Jackie, I'm so grateful to you for being here. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for bringing so much joy to so many people. I really appreciate it. And I feel like I'm looking into a mirror. I feel like we should just cousins, identical cousins. Jackie, thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
All right, take care.
Take care. Bye. Oh my gosh, we are now going to meet Jenny from Songs by Heart.
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Jenny, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you for being here. So I met Jenny because of the Sunshine Songs hashtag that I put on Instagram for, people to send me their videos. We've now received like over 10,000 videos. And I was stopped in my tracks when I was scrolling through the hashtag and I saw what you were doing. And I, obviously saw the videos that were pre-COVID where you were in the space working directly with seniors, holding their hands. It was so beautiful. And then without skipping a beat, when COVID hit, you started doing virtual sessions. And I reached out to you because I was just so moved by you and what you were doing. I asked you to be in my music video for Sucker, which all the proceeds go to Food Corps if you want to buy that single. But will you tell me a bit about Songs by Heart?
Sure. Yeah. So we really started in 2014. Our founder, Nancy Gustafson, she was an international opera star. So she understood music on a personal level. But then her mom got dementia and she went out to California to visit her mom in a memory care unit, and her mom wasn't responding. Her mom didn't know who she was. So Nancy decided, I'm going to pull out all the stops. I'm going to play some music for my mom. And so her mom started responding to Nancy's mediocre piano playing. She told her, that's not very good. That was the first thing she'd heard in months. But Nancy decided to play in the key of C, which we all like, the people's key, yeah. And sing some more familiar songs. And her mom bonded with her. She told her what a wonderful day she had. And she hadn't had, an experience like that in a long time. So she thought, I need to do this. Music is important to me, but it can be so much more important and so much more beneficial to people around the world. Yeah. So she started a pilot program in Chicago. We started every day of the week seeing seniors, and we did it for 3 months and saw huge improvement in socialization, communication, and just overall quality of life. I jumped on as the music therapist, and we're just combining performative aspects, therapeutic aspects, and really trying to get people to engage with us, as Jackie was saying too.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm so glad to highlight both of you. I'm so moved by both of your programs. So if people want to participate or donate to your program, they can go to songsbyheart.org.
Yep.
And if they are on Instagram, they can go to Songs by Heart.
Yes.
And also, so I did not know about this magical thing. It's called Patreon.
Patreon.
See, I know about Patreon. Very different thing.
Yes, Patreon.
Patreon, like patron. Okay. Now,
yes.
Can you talk to people about what that is?
Yeah, so Patreon is a website where people can donate, pledge to artists and creators who are doing really great work in their communities. And we have on our Patreon account a bunch of pre-recorded sessions. So you can check those out. We've even got like happy birthday and some other things if you want to check it out.
I love that. I love that you're doing that. So you're based mostly in Chicago, right? That's where. Yes, but now
I'm based in Chicago, but we're all over the country.
You're all over the country. That is incredible. Do you know how many states you're in off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head. I know before COVID, we were in 50 locations, more than 50 locations across the country. Wow. So we're in California, DC, Houston, Chicago, and various other places as well.
That's incredible. I am really grateful for the work that you do. I know I joke with you that you make me cry every time I'm on an Instagram because I can't help but go to your page. You're like an ex-boyfriend where I like just scroll through and see what you're doing, and I know I'm gonna cry.
Aww.
But in the best possible way. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I hope that you and yours are safe and healthy during this difficult time. And thanks for bringing so much joy to people, Jenny.
You're welcome. And thank you.
Oh my gosh, it's my great honor and pleasure. I'll see you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. So I really do hope that everybody or anybody watching who would like to participate in these programs can go to the websites that we had up earlier. Oh, great. Songs by Heart. And also Sing for Your Seniors. Oh, thank you all for doing this. And now we're going to head into Act 2 without further ado.
In a lullaby, somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why can't I? She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I stare too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Sweet child, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go now? Sweet child, where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Sweet child of mine. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur, une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il m'a dit le jour et pour la vie. Et dès que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi mon cœur qui bat. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il m'a dit le jour et pour la vie. Et dès que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi mon cœur qui bat.
No ottar of roses, I think. Look, you brought me chocolate, so no, I don't dare. Do you hate these earrings? The truth, don't be kind. I don't mind because I hate them too. No, 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 don't squeeze. Monty, you're a tease. Oh, Monty, look, my shoe. I don't know what I'd do without you. I have never met another man who's half as dear as you. You're so clever too, and you make me laugh more than anybody. Why are the men so dreary, Monty, and so deadly dull? No one holds a conversation off as beautifully as you. You haven't said a word about my dress. You're a brute. See how it moves when I turn 2, 3, 1, 2. It's a bit much for clapping, but nevertheless, maybe justified, just to be polite. Monty, that's too tight. Monty, that's just right. Oh, what I put you through. I don't know what I do. I don't know, have a clue. I don't know what I do without you. Don't you just love me in pink?
All those days watching from a window, all those years outside looking in, all that time never even knowing just how blind I've been. Now I'm here blinking in the starlight. Now I'm here, suddenly I see. Standing here, it's all so clear. I'm where I'm meant to be. And at last I is lifted, and at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new, and it's warm and real and bright, and the world is somehow shifted. All at once, everything looks different now that I see you. Now that I see you.
When I became a nun at a very early age, had to choose between the convent and a life upon the stage. So when Reverend Mother said we're putting on a show, I was telling you I was thrilled to death. I couldn't wait to go. Well, now to my surprise, Reverend Mother didn't see what's so obvious. The stage was meant for me. Money and fame I don't desire. I only want to sparkle. I'm not here to start a fire. You see, I don't care if I'm ever rich or famous. I just want to be a star. I don't care if you know what my name is. I just want to be a star. I know my vows of poverty means I can't make a fortune, but when we're ready and we're sitting on the porch, and the old nun's home, and they ask who we are, I just want to say, hey, I was a star. Oh, I don't care if I'm ever rich or famous, just so I can be the chorus line is not for me. I'm red hot to be a star. Hey, Regina, park your own damn car. I just wanna be a star. I'm the greatest star. I am by far, but no one knows it. That's why I'm a star. I'll blow my horn till someone blows it. I light up like a light, light up like a light. I'll flicker then flare up. All the boys gotta stare up. Looking down, you'll never see me. Try the sky and that'll be me. I can make him cry. I can make him sigh. Someday they'll clamor for my drama. Have you guessed yet? Who's the best yet? Give your hand, I'll tell ya one more time. You don't get to last time. You know the world's so far. I am the greatest star.
They all laughed at Christopher Columbus when he said the world was round. They all laughed when Edison recorded sound. They all laughed at Wilbur and his brother when they said that man could fly. They told Marconi wireless was a phony. It's the same old cry. They laughed at me watching you. Said I was reaching for the moon, but you came through. Now they laughed to change their tune. They all said we never could be happy. They laughed at us and how. But who's got the last laugh? Let's let the past laugh. Who's got the last laugh now?
There were bells on the hill, but I never was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all till there was you. And there was music, and there were wonderful roses. They turned in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you.
I'm standing in a field, my feet lift off the ground. Nobody can see me, no one can hurt me now. I'm brushing off the rain while climbing towards the clouds. Nobody can see me, no one will hurt me now. Goodbye gravity, goodbye enemies. I'm going up to a place where the world is small, where I can fly above it all. If I don't make it, sing my song. From here I'm weightless, no stars are famous, and the world is small. And the world is small.
When you cry, I can hold you. When you fall, shed no tear. When you lose your light in the naked night, I'll be here, I'll be here. I'll be standing by you, trying to comfort, hoping I am enough. I'll be flying high, crying myself into happiness I've never known. How else can I explain this power that I feel? You can't run, I'll forgive you. I'm the one you can call. I will need you, I will feed you, I will lead you to the clear. I'll be
Lonely, broken, feeling lonely to my soul. I had it all here in my arms, I knew the joy of true love. I had it all and it was gone. Now I'm all alone. The sun is gonna shine again. 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 Something tells me it'll be alright. Something tells me it's gonna be okay. Something tells me it'll be alright. Something tells me it's time to let go. Something tells me it's alright. is gonna shine. The sun is gonna shine again. 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 The sun is gonna shine
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mamu. Happy birthday to you. We love you. We love you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Goodbye for now, but not for long. We'll see you soon with more sunshine. So, whether young or young in spirit, we hope you'll sing so all can hear it. Just one thing before we part, please know we hold you in our hearts. See you next time. See you next time.